Welcome back, Pokemon fans. My name is Angel of the Night 091, and today we are featuring a Pokemon found in the mountains of Sinnoh. However, we found this Pokemon in the Isle of Armor in Pokemon Sword and Shield. That Pokemon is Urshifu. Let's get into the match. Alright guys, let's get into this Wi-Fi battle here versus Arena. Now this battle was found in Pokemon Sword and Shield with the 2022-2021 battle code. Now I just want to say that with Pokemon Sword and Shield kind of on its way out, as Pokemon Scarlet and Violet come in, it may be a little bit more difficult to find some Wi-Fi battles. So if I can maybe make a suggestion, let's try to use 2022-2021 for the battle code. Our opponent, of course, is going to lead off with a Rayquaza. I've got a Raichu. Now, with Raichu, we are going to be able to outspeed the Rayquaza, get the Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to really knock it out, but it does do a good chunk of damage. Unfortunately for us now, we've got hit by a Dragon Pulse that's going to take away our Air Balloon. And then, of course, we're going to be able to go back into the next turn here with the Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, again, still not able to take out that Rayquaza, and that Dragon Pulse is just going to finish us off. Unfortunately for us, I really was hoping to have Raichu be able to take out this Rayquaza, but the only option that I could think of right now is to bring in my Gale Wings Talonflame. Now, if you guys don't know what Gale Wings are, it allows any flying type attack to be a priority move. So luckily for us, we get the Brave Bird. That is going to pick up the KO onto that Rayquaza and save us from any kind of Dynamax situation. In comes Lapras. Now Lapras, I'm thinking, okay, now this is the Pokemon that's going to go for the Gigantamax here. Not the case. We end up getting our Tailwind up here to speed up our team. He has Ancient Power. Now Ancient Power, of course, is going to do a mass amount of damage off onto that Talonflame because of the Rock and Flying type. So we're going to withdraw our Talonflame here. We don't really want to stay in against this Lapras, especially if it's doing this Ancient Power. We go into our Urshifu, and of course our Urshifu is the Dark type one. I can't really remember the form. I do apologize, guys. I can't remember for the life of me. However, they're going to swap out the Lapras for the Lucario. Now, the Lucario onto the field might be able to survive better than the Lapras would. However, we are going to go in for that Max Knuckle here, and of course Max Knuckle is going to be able to deal some damage off to that Lucario. I'm really hoping that it'll pick up the win. That's why I'm going for that Max Knuckle. Plus, as well, I really want to have that attack boost, especially if Lapras comes back in, goes for the Gigantamax, and then, of course, you know, sets up the Hail and Aura Veil and all that stuff. So we boost our attack stat. We take out the Lucario in one shot. Again, not really surprised that we knocked him out. However, in comes the Giratina. Now, Giratina, of course, one of those legendary Pokemon that you don't normally see. I would have probably expected to see the other form over this one. However, again, I don't really know what people like to use with Giratina. I don't see them a whole lot. I mean, I seen one not too long ago in a previous match, but that was kind of one of those weird situations where it wasn't really the standard. So they get the Dynamax here. We're going to go for the G-Max One Blow. That is going to be able to pick up a KO off onto that Giratina, just completely obliterating it with one shot. I'm actually really surprised about that one. However, I do have to take into consideration as well that I also had an attack boost here, which is pretty fantastic. So the next Pokemon that comes in is going to be Arctozolt. Now, Arctozolt, of course, is a pretty wicked cool Pokemon. We're just going to go in for the Max Knuckle here. We're still able to outspeed it. And, of course, you know, we are +1. Now we are going to be +2 for attack stat. Super effective, just one-shotting that thing. And, of course, it is down and out. So our opponent still has 2 Pokemon left. We've got a decent amount of Pokemon still left onto our side. Lapras, of course, is going to have a huge weakness to a fighting type move. So Urshifu, of course, onto the field. The biggest idea to do is tongue-tied. Go for the close combat. That's just going to pick up the KO. Super effective. Unfortunately, we do lose our special defense as well as some defense. Now, the last remaining Pokemon that remains is going to be Entei. And now, Entei might be able to get like an extreme speed off here, might be able to finish off Urshifu. However, we're going to go for that Wicked Blow. that is just going to be able to pick up that KO. That Entei unfortunately did not have any priority moves, and that probably would have been a little bit of a game changer if they were able to pick up the KO off onto Urshifu. So unfortunately for them, that is going to be game. So good game. Thank you very much for the battle arena. Alright guys, so that is it for today's battles, but you know what? There are plenty more Pokemon Wi-Fi battles to come. Be sure to take a look at the links above, and as well, if there's any Pokemon you would like to see me use in a match, be sure to post it in the comment section below. Take care, have a good one, and as always, peace out.